G'day everyone and welcome back to the backyard. What I'm doing this afternoon is I'm going to use this garden bed here and I'm going to fill it up with everything we need using the Hugelkultur method. Now the Hugelkultur method is German for hill culture. So essentially what it is taking a lot of organic material, rotten wood or other wood that you have, and building it up in a mound type composure there. A lot of organic materials used there, a lot of dirt on top of it, and then your good topsoil and mulch on top, so you can plant all your vegetables in that regard. What I'm doing here though is in the raised garden bed, so it's essentially the same method but inside some walls here. So the first thing we need to do in this Hugelkultur method itself is fill all the bottom with organic material, and I've got some wood just to the side here. I'm going to start putting it through the bottom. So let's go through and start getting that. So wood just like this just goes in the bottom, and we're going to fill up as much as we can like that. So as you can see here, we're just lining as much wood as we can into the bottom half of the bed. And it doesn't have to be just logs like this. Any old wood that you have is going to work and do the job. The goal is to get as much organic material through the bottom layers to build it up and not use as much dirt as usual, as you usually would. Here you can use all this kind of stuff. This is old palm tree cuttings and just timber like this. Over time it will get broken down by all the worms and eventually be compost itself for the garden bed. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish filling this out with the bottom half of all the timber and the wood, and I'll get back to you shortly. This bed is so large that it needs such a large amount of wooden fill, but it also means I've got a lot more to grow in it. Look at that beautiful sunset. It's not a bad place around here. Alright, now that I've finished filling the bottom area with all the wood medium and organic materials, tomorrow what I'm going to do is go and get a lot of dirt and fill it up. And it will fill all the gaps, and as we water it down it's going to soak through, and over time all that wood is going to get broken down by all the wormies and all the good stuff and actually help the garden itself. So I'm going to see you tomorrow and we'll go to the next stage of the garden bed. So here we are, next step, trailer load worth of dirt, and we're going to put it all in here. Let's crack into it. So you can see the soil here, not bad, but when we come to the top stuff I'm going to put a little bit extra stuff that's got some more nutrients. It's going to be better for growing all our veggies in. Maybe we should go to smaller garden beds. Woo. Alright, you can see we're getting there, except I have run out of dirt. So I've got to go get some more. When I've finished filling all this area up, smooth it out, I want to probably keep it about maybe a foot from the top. And then I'm going to go get the hose, water it all down, try and push all that dirt and all the cracks of all the wood that I've just put into the bed. Right, so for me it's going to be about an hour till I get some more dirt. I'll see you in 1 second. Well, I'm back with another load of dirt. Took quite some time, maybe about 1 second for you guys. But I'm going to finish this bed and then water it down. So let's hook in. And just like magic, I've got myself a whole big pile of dirt now. It's just got dropped off, and this particular dirt is a lot better, full of nutrients, veggie starting kind of dirt because I don't have any quality soil at the moment on this property. Eventually, over time, I plan on developing all the dirt to look a lot more like this. So what I'm going to do now is fill this garden bed with the top layer of good soil. Oh damn. Hang on a second while I go and switch my tool. That's better. Alright, that's now full of the topsoil dirt. One last thing I'm going to do now is top it with mulch. So let me go grab the mulch. Now this here is sugarcane mulch. In Australia, we just buy it from Bunnings, and it covers about 18 square metres, it reckons, on the bag. So this is what I'm going to layer the top of the garden bed with to keep it nice and moist, stop the soil from drying out. If you looked at the soil before, it had that light grey colour, and we want that nice dark black, good soil to keep the plants moist and prevent weeds and stuff from shooting out through the top as well. So I'm going to go ahead and cover it with this beautiful sugarcane mulch. Now it doesn't have to be sugarcane mulch, but that's just what I'm using because it's going to break down and act as a good compost and nutrients for the garden later on. Alright, so I've gone ahead and layered the garden bed with all that sugarcane mulch. It's starting to look quite good now. like an actual garden bed. I'm just going to go get the hose now, wet it all down and let it settle, and I'll probably leave this for about, I'd say about a month. Just let it settle all in and work itself out before we start planting crops in it. So let me go grab that hose and finish the job. So there you have it. The garden bed's all finished, ready to go. Nice good mulch on top, and it's going to hold that soil nice and moist, and it's going to prevent a lot of weeds and other things we don't want to grow coming out later on as well. So for me, the Birdie's garden bed is the best choice. It's going to last a very long time, and it's not the only way you could do it. You could use pine sleepers, you could use hardwood sleepers, you could use almost anything really, any other corrugated iron, makeshift stuff as it is. The reason I chose this is because I like the look of it. It looks nice, it's made out of good quality stuff, and I want it to last a long time as well. So there it is. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.